Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about the best performers during the Runway Challenge of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. But before we continue, let me just say that if you love my channel and if you love what I do, you can always support me in my PayPal account through my PayPal account in the description below. Let's begin! Miss Universe Philippines 2020 conducted the Runway Challenge, and this is actually a great event for us followers of the pageant because we can really identify who can really stand out in the runway. There are some good ones, but there are a lot of forgettable ones as well, which is kind of sad. This is why I am pushing, which is why I am commenting that there's a lot of candidates this year. It could have been narrowed down to 30 to make sure that the entire quality is very strong, but 51 is too much for me. It's like Miss USA. Well, anyway, when it comes to the number, but not when it comes to the quality. Well, anyway, some delivered some good performance, but I did not include them because it lacks impact overall. But still, after the performances, I was able to pick my personal top 10 ladies who truly stood out in my opinion, and here they are. Starting with my number 10, ILOILO City, Rabiya Mateo. I am not keen with the outfit choice for her overall, but I just like how it emphasized her body. She's also got one of the flawless walk that we saw. It isn't really super strong, but it was good. What I loved about her performance is that she, just by her walk alone, I think if she will be doing that in a swimsuit competition, I think she will be doing very, very well. And if she will be given a gown that is perfect for her body and with that walk, I also think she will nail it. So those are the good points that I saw in her performance. Number 9, KALINGA. Noreen Victoria Mangawit. I like the sound of that, KALINGA. Anyway, I was quite surprised when she came out because her walk is actually good. Although I am not a big fan of her yet, and her beauty isn't really my cup of tea, but I do wanted to give her the credit that she deserves after a beautiful performance on the runway. Her figure looked great, she came out with so much confidence, and again, great walk and beautiful smile too. She brought so much energy on the runway. My number 8, MANDAUE, DOMINIQUE Piczon. Her catwalk skills are definitely one of the best ones in the runway. She's got one of the most flawless walks in the entire competition, and add along her confidence with it and you'll have a pure perfection. And the only thing that I am missing though is the impact. She needs to work on that, but she is a very beautiful woman. However, I am not sure with the facial styling at that round. I mean, it didn't emphasize her beauty that much. So a perfect and better styling could also, especially with the face. I mean, as what I've said, let me just rephrase that. She's got a beautiful face, but the makeup didn't work for me because it didn't emphasize her beauty. Although catwalk and performance-wise, I am happy. Number 7, PARANAQUE, Isabela Ysmael, one of the most beautifully styled candidates during the runway performance. I loved her hairstyle and I loved the choice of outfit. When she was walking up to the X mark, I think her walk is great, but it could be better. I would love to see a more energetic performance and a performance with some more pizzazz to it. I think that, when she reached the end and did her pose and the turn, I think that was beautiful, followed by a neck up to showcase her beautiful face. I think that was the highlight of her performance. Number 6, Sorsogon, Maria Isabella Galeria. I honestly think that if she wore something different, she would be higher on this list. However, huge respect to her because those fabrics at the back of her dress are really distracting. Especially, it could affect her walk too. But it didn't. She actually managed through it and was able to deliver one of the best walks at this runway challenge. I also love that she appears very confident on the runway and something on her face says, "Watch how I slay," and I loved it. Number 4, TAGUIG, Sandra Lemonon. As expected, she gave one of the most energetic performance in the entire runway challenge. Plus, this woman never fails to be at her most charming moment when she is on the runway. Her smile is just infectious and she is a burst of energy when she's there. When it comes to her walk, it was great, and with some polishing, it would be amazing. Also, her turn was also one of her best parts in this show, and don't forget that beautiful face. Number 4, I'll Buy. Paula Ortega. I just love her in the runway challenge. She has a great stage presence and I love the confidence that she brought on that runway. Aside from that, her performance is definitely in a whole new level. Her walk and performance is already something that I could imagine seeing in a real competition. Loved her sways, loved her pose, and loved her face as well. Definitely one of the good ones this year and must be included in the list. Number 3, Davao City, Alaiza, Malinao, and I don't want to put this in a negative way, but we all know Alaiza is one of the front runners in the competition, but her performance didn't give me a front runner vibe. It is better than the majority of the ladies, and that's one of the good thing about it. Also, the walk is great, but with some polishing, it would be amazing. What I loved most about her is her face. I am happy looking at her face because she has this very likable and charming aura. She's also very charismatic. Loved her sweet smile, and that's what I got from this performance. I was expecting a fierce performance knowing that she is a model, but what I saw was a very sweet and softer version of her, which I really adore and I am amazed by it. Number 2, Cebu Province, April Smith. She gave a very solid performance in the runway. I like the outfit that she chose because she was able to showcase her beautiful skin, and aside from that, we can see clearly how good she is when she did her thing on the runway. I also love the fact that she looked super tall in those heels, and she is serving us fierceness in her look. I just love her aura at that event, and when she finished her performance, she is actually one of the ladies that made me say she will be in my top 10 for sure. And here she is, finishing at number 2. And the best performers for me at that runway challenge, I mean, what am I saying? The best performer for me in that runway challenge is BOHOL, Pauline Amelinckx. From the time she walked out from the side to the center, I already sensed that she is one of the good ones in that challenge. Although the walk could be stronger, but I can really see the potentials in her walk. From the time she removed her left arm in her waist and started walking beautifully, that's when you can see those sways, and I loved it. I also love the sass and confidence that she gave when she did her pose, especially on how her foot works. That's where my attention truly goes, and it was done flawlessly. Plus, she's got a beautiful face, and that made her outstanding. So that's it. These are my top 10 performers during the runway challenge of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. What do you think? I know you have your own favorites, so make sure to hit the comment section below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.